Now, moving on, Christmas came with good news for 10 new mothers at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital when Prophet Daniel Amoateng paid their hospital bills. These women have been detained for weeks due to their inability to pay. The founder of the Daniel Amoateng Ministries was accompanied by Kumewood star Kwekumeinu and actress Rosalind Giza, who was delighted to have shared Christmas with these new mothers.
Prophet Daniel Amoateng, in the company of actors Rosalind Giza and Kwekumeinu, showed love to new mothers at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. The founder of the Daniel Amoateng Ministries paid the bills of 10 women who had delivered but were detained due to their inability to foot their hospital bills.
Christmas is always about the birth of someone, and because of his birth, it brought joy into the world, and right now everybody is happy because of his birth. But why will it happen that when somebody else is giving birth, but right now, as they come into the world, it's going to bring troubles to their parents, their mother, and their mothers are going to be detained just because they were born. So God just impressed it on my heart. Every year I go to different places, the orphanages, different places, just to help them. But this year, God impressed on my heart that we should go and check all the women at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital who have given birth, but they're not able to pay, and have detained them for 1 month, for three weeks. And God asked me to come and pay for all of them.
The new mothers were grateful for the love shown them by the prophet.
How long have you been here?
3 weeks.
Your family members, now what happened?
Actress Rosalind Giza was impressed by the kind gesture of the preacher and advised men to take good care of their wives.
It's a very honorable one. You don't need to wait to make billions before you help someone who is in need. A little you have, you can use that to put a smile on someone's face. It's rather unfortunate that these women were kept here because they weren't able to pay their bills. And I'm wondering who their men or husbands are, because they end Virgin Mary's, right? Yeah, so at least there was a man and a woman, whatever it was, whoever the man is, should have been here to take care of the bills.
Prophet Daniel Amoateng promised to do more of these charity works in 2018.
And Prophet Daniel Amoateng is with us here in the studio. Sir, welcome.
Thank you.
So why would you decide to do something like this?
You know, basically, out of what we get, we make a living. But out of what we give out, we make life. Life is always about helping someone else also enjoy their destinies. And as a matter of fact, every particular year, I support so many people. You know, in the Ebola times of Sierra Leone, I went to Sierra Leone, support the Ebola victims, and even I have some children that their parents are dead, and right now I'm taking care of them. So I'm a philanthropist, and also as a man of God, it's not only about preaching the gospel to an individual. If I always tell people, if you can't invite me to dinner, don't invite me to church. You can't tell me that I should follow you to church, but at the same time, you cannot support me. So as a matter of fact, God placed it on my heart to support these mothers, because we sent people there about 2 weeks before to go and do the investigation. None of the women ever knew about it. And I was told that there are women who are being kept there sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, sometimes even 3 months. And after some time, they refer them to the social services, and their story is actually very, very painful. So God actually laid it on my heart to bring joy to these mothers and also to the children, because it was a Christmas time.
What sort of impacts do you hope to create with this?
What I actually did was to let other people know about it, that people are struggling, especially in the hospital when they go and give birth. So I want to create the awareness, and also in the future, I'm not only going to pay for the women, I will make sure that it's sustainable. We take care of the children that are going home, and how we can support them. They will start a business, and everything shall work well for them, basically.
Why a hospital and a mother? Why that?
Because Christmas time is about the birth of a young child, and also through a Virgin Mary. So I actually wanted that thing to happen, because these women, they didn't become pregnant by themselves. they had a man, a boyfriend, a fiancé, or even a husband. Some of them are actually married, proper married. But when they now went through the situation, we never saw any of the men over there. So I wanted to help these vulnerable people, because women and children, they are always vulnerable in the society.
Now, you are a man of God, and we often find families coming under a lot of, families getting a lot of attention from religious organizations. When you see 10 women in a hospital where the man is not in the picture, what comes to mind?
It's very sad in the society. It's a painful situation, and which shows us that the family system in Ghana, we are supposed to be very, very, very strong in it. Because if the mothers, the men are not there, at least these women, they have aunties, they have sisters, they have siblings, but none of them were able to show up. So in the Ghanaian society, although when it comes to functions and funerals, many people normally come around, but when it comes to the time that people are in need, they are not there to support. So I want to urge the Ghanaian community to support ourselves, especially in the family system. Because if one of these women had died, I believe that family members would have come. But now that they're in this trouble, none of them showed up. So we are supposed to support the family system and to help each other.
And what about these men who are currently not in the picture? What would be your message to them?
I want to advise all men. Number one, if you are not ready to have a baby, don't go and impregnate a woman. And the women too, if you're not ready to have a baby, try as much as possible to abstain. The best thing is abstinence, or just use some preventive methods. And if in case you impregnate a person, find a way to support them, because these women were very, very, very vulnerable there. 3 weeks, 1 month is a serious case. Thank you.
Some had been there for 3 weeks and a month.
That's right. That's right.
Right. Well, thank you very much for.
You are welcome.
For joining us and for this work that you've been doing. Prophet Daniel Amoateng is the head of Daniel Amoateng Ministries. So watching News Desk. Stay with us.